He crashed into a fire truck and then sued the firefighter who saved his life. Tonight, there's a settlement in the case. There will be some money paid out.
But investigator Scott Lewis learned the man who rear-ended the fire truck isn't getting a dime of it.
That's right. His children will get some money. Lawyers will be paid, but it's not anywhere near the big payday Nick Otter was looking for. Our investigation revealed some troubling things about Otter that the jury would not have been told about had this lawsuit gone to trial. And now, court records reveal something else about the case that had never been made public. On June 19, 2009, Nick Otter was headed down this rain-slicked road in Monroe County's Frenchtown Township. As he rounded this curve, he slammed into the back of this fire truck that was attending to another accident in the opposite lane. A police dash cam was rolling and caught part of it on tape. Watch this part of your screen. You'll see Otter's pickup truck round the corner and disappear from the frame. Then you'll hear the impact and see his pickup slide back into frame.
437 just had another crash. Guy ran into the back of a fire truck.
This sheriff's deputy and two other witnesses put the blame squarely on Nick Otter. In this police report, Deputy Robert Blair said that Otter's truck was traveling at a speed too fast for the curve, that it crossed the center line, and that the pickup hit the fire truck with such force it caused the pump truck to move forward slightly. Another witness, a tow truck driver, said that Otter was traveling at approximately 50 miles per hour, that his pickup drifted into the opposite lane and began to fishtail just before slamming into the fire truck. But Otter's attorney blamed the township and the firefighter manning the truck. He said a flagman had just left his post on the curve, and the fire truck was actually over the center line in Otter's lane. Otter was seriously hurt. He had to be cut from his pickup and airlifted to the hospital. Then came the lawsuit, filed against Frenchtown Township and the firefighter who helped save Otter's life. That's when I was contacted by another Frenchtown firefighter who was outraged by the suit. He asked the investigators to dig into Nick Otter's background, and we discovered a checkered past. At 28, he'd racked up 9 infractions on his driving record, including careless driving, running a stop sign, and 2 citations for speeding. After the crash, Otter was ticketed for driving without insurance, and our investigation uncovered something even the cops didn't know at the time. When he slammed into that fire truck, Otter shouldn't have been driving. These court records show a judge had previously suspended his driver's license as part of Otter's probation for a drug conviction. The suspension should have been in effect at the time of the crash, but the Monroe County Clerk's Office dropped the ball and didn't notify the Secretary of State, so the suspension didn't go through. All of that information was certainly of public interest and newsworthy, but had the case gone to trial, it would not have been revealed to the jury, because under rules of evidence, it wasn't relevant to the lawsuit. In fact, lawyers on both sides signed a stipulation excluding everything we reported as evidence in the trial. Just as the trial was scheduled to begin, the two sides reached a settlement. The lawyer representing the township says Nick Otter initially wanted $300,000 but settled for a fraction of that. The township's insurance company cut a check for $47,000. Nick Otter got nothing, not a dime. Otter's children got $20,000 in a trust fund, and the rest, $27,000, went for lawyers' fees and court costs. The township's attorney told Action News it was a business decision. It was cheaper for the insurance company to write that check than to pay the cost of a trial and possibly an appeal. After the settlement, the investigators found something else about Nick Otter in court records that had never been revealed. At the time of the crash, a hospital toxicology screen found 3 drugs in his system that had been prescribed by his doctor. Methadone, a powerful, long-lasting painkiller. Norco, a form of synthetic codeine. And Klonopin, a Valium-type drug. A doctor hired by the township said in a sworn deposition, you shouldn't mix these kinds of drugs and be driving. But the jury would not have been told about that either if the case had gone to trial. Police investigators never confirmed the hospital's toxicology screen with a second test, and there was no way to tell whether there were enough of these drugs in Otter's system to have played a role in the crash. After Nick Otter filed the lawsuit, he had 2 run-ins with the law. He was convicted of misdemeanor assault in one incident, and he was charged with placing explosives near property in a second case, a felony. Otter pled to a lesser charge in the felony case and will be sentenced next month, facing up to 5 years in prison. Scott Lewis, 7 Action News.